QuoteIt4Me is a powerful online quoting tool designed for use by individuals and small teams. With QuoteIt4Me, you can very quickly create secure, consistent, professional quotes for complex products and components. In this tutorial, we'll run through the quoting process step by step. When you log into QuoteIt4Me, you'll land on the home page, which summarizes all your recent quoting, customer, and catalog activities. As a new user, you won't have any of these yet, but we've created some placeholders which will make it easy for you to familiarize yourself with the overall process before you create your first real quote. Let's click the green Start New Quote button to get started. Every new quote begins as a blank template with placeholder panels for all the elements you can include: catalog items, third-party quotes, discounts, auxiliary files, and terms and conditions. At the top of the page, you'll see the blue Col Progress Bar. As you complete sections of your quote, you'll see check marks here, letting you know at a glance what you've finished and what you might still need to do. In the Quote Details panel, you'll see the uniquely generated quote ID, revision number, timestamp, status, and a quick history of the quoting process. Add the name and contact details for your customer here. Let's click Select from List to use a placeholder customer for this example. You're now back at the quote page and can see that John Smith has been added as the contact for this quote. The Price Summary panel will outline your quote pricing, with prices and quantities updating as you add items to your quote. We'll come back to that panel in a moment. Catalog items and accessories are added to your quote in the Catalog panel. Click Select from List to add a catalog item to your quote. The Catalog List page makes it easy to select items to add to your quote. Let's choose the placeholder item, the Acme Easy Wash 1200, for this tutorial. When you click the green Add to Quote button, you'll see a few alternatives. You can decide to add the primary item only, add the primary item plus all of the add-on accessories and options, or add the primary item plus a customized selection of add-ons. Let's choose primary item and all add-ons. You're now back at the quote page and can see that one Acme Easy Wash 1200 plus one each of 6 accessories have been added to your quote. Note how the add-on accessories are grouped under the primary item. Changing the quantity and clicking the red Save button will increase the number of these packages in your quote. If you want to add a second machine with a different configuration, for example, only 2 options for the second machine, you can click the Add Additional Items button to choose the second system with the primary item plus customized add-ons. When you customize the add-ons for a product, you simply click the Add to Quote button for each item you want, and the button turns green. You can change the quantity of each add-on here and click the Save button. When you're done, click the blue Done, Return to Quote button. You'll see that the contact details and catalog items are checked in the progress bar, and the price summary has been updated with your catalog items. Next up is an optional step. The third-party quotes area lets you bundle items from outside quoting systems with your QuoteIt4Me catalog items in one nice, clean quotation document. Why would you need this? One reason would be if you're required to use another quoting system from a manufacturer per your dealership agreement, but want to sell those items together with other brands you represent. Using this feature lets you bundle the items together in one document under one total price quote. Let's try it. Just add a simple description, price, and then choose a file on your computer to merge it into your QuoteIt4Me quote file. The Discount panel lets you subtract a dollar value from your quote and give it a friendly name. Let's click the Add Discount button to add a discount now. Type a description like VIP discount and add a dollar amount for the value. The Auxiliary Files area lets you include brochures, installation files, materials data sheets, and other PDF files with your quotation. When you bundle documents through QuoteIt4Me, you have a handy record of everything sent to your customer in one place, instead of having to hunt through your email to track down a record of sending these files separately. Once you've added an auxiliary file to a quote, it will be available via the Select from List button from then on, so you only need to upload each file to QuoteIt4Me once. Terms and conditions can be added in the last panel. For simple terms and conditions which pertain only to the current quote, you can add them using the simple text box. Or, to include longer terms and conditions that have been pre-approved by your legal team and pre-formatted into 5-point legalese, you can attach an official TNC as a PDF instead. Like the auxiliary files area, once you've added a terms and conditions file to a quote, it'll be available via the Select from List button for all future quotes. At any point in the quoting process, you can click the Preview Quote button to open a preview of your quote in another tab. You may leave this tab open and flip back and forth to see changes. Simply refresh the preview page to update the quote preview as many times as you wish during the quoting process. Need to update the contact information on the cover page? You can do that in the Manage Profile area. When you're done with the quote, click the Generate Quote button to finalize and generate an official lockdown version of your quote. Once you've clicked the Generate Quote, you'll see the Quote Summary panel with Action and Download options. Click Quote PDF to download an official copy of your QuoteIt4Me quotation file. Click Revise to make changes to this quote. This keeps the same quote ID, adding a -2 at the end. Choose Revise when you want to keep revisions of the quote grouped together for reporting. Click Duplicate to make a copy of this quote under a new quote ID. Use this option when you want to send similar quotes to different customers. For example, you can set up a quote for certain catalog items and add-ons as a default, and then duplicate it for each customer, generating a unique quote ID for each duplicate. Duplicate quotes are not grouped together in the quote list or reporting area. You can email your quote and auxiliary files directly to your customer from QuoteIt4Me if you want to. Clicking the Send to Customer button lets you add a note and review the files that will be sent. The message detail page makes it easy to send quotes and auxiliary files to your customers directly from the system. Check this button if you want to receive a copy in your email box. Otherwise, you can just return to your QuoteIt4Me quote list page to see what you sent and when. Everything is date and time stamped. Clicking the Quotes link in the main menu brings you to the page where all your quotes are stored. Here's the quote we just completed. You'll see that the status of the quote is complete. And you can use the Actions drop-down to quickly access the summary, quote PDF, or revise or duplicate a quote. If you don't finish your quote in one session, you'll see a status of working. The actions available for working quotes are different. Now that you've seen how easy it is to create a quote, let's take a step back and learn about adding contacts and catalog items, so you'll be able to quote your own items and not just the placeholders. Choose the Contacts or Catalog tutorial next.